welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with Kendrick McKnight. I am Kendrick McKnight, and this week in WWE was another strange one as well. Of course, because of the coronavirus pandemic, of course, there was no fans this week for Raw, NXT, and as well as Smackdown. For Monday Night Raw, it started off with Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman segment in the ring, pretty much bigging up their match, Brock Lesnar's match against Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Brock didn't talk. Obviously, that's what he doesn't do. That's just who he is. Paul Heyman does all the talking. Pretty much saying Drew McIntyre has no chance. He doesn't even have the prowess of a Brock Lesnar, and Drew McIntyre is hell to pay pretty much at WrestleMania. Pretty much to kill time, they played the 2015 Royal Rumble match between Brock Lesnar defending his world title against the then Money in the Bank winner and holder Seth Rollins and John Cena, which was a phenomenal match. But I guess to big up Brock Lesnar, they showed that match after the segment between Lesnar and Heyman. AJ Styles had a promo cutting against the greatest of all time, in my opinion, The Undertaker, challenging him to a boneyard match, which is very ridiculous. Why not have two of the greatest wrestlers of all time and today just have a regular straight-up match? A boneyard match, I don't even know what that is, but we'll see. Angel Garza and Andrade had a match against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Now, Andrade and Angel Garza are both managed by Zelina Vega. Andrade was suspended, and I guess just to put him on TV, and I guess just to have her have time on television, they put Zelina Vega with Angel Garza. And now that Andrade is back, she's just managing both of them. Rey Mysterio was actually going to have a match with Andrade for the United States Championship at WrestleMania, but he's currently quarantining and just weary about the situation that's going on in the world. So they just put Garza and Andrade together to face the Street Profits, the Raw Tag Team Champions, at WrestleMania. Now, this match between Andrade, Garza, and Ricochet and Cedric was pretty good. It was okay. Just to put them on TV, I guess they just put Ricochet, Cedric together, obviously to lose, to get Andrade and Garza in position to face the Profits. Profits had a match right after this match against Shane Thorne and Brandon Vick, I think that's his name, from NXT. Just a regular match. Profits obviously won with a frog splash on Thorne. After this, Shayna Baszler had a promo with Charlie Caruso in the ring. Then Becky Lynch attacked Baszler with a chair afterwards. It'll be interesting to see where this rivalry goes. Like I said, I want Baszler to win because Becky had a title for a long minute. So I'd love to see new things. Aleister Black had a match against a jobber, pretty much. Nothing to really note there. Kevin Owens had a not a match, but had a promo segment, pretty much saying why he wants the match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And Kevin Owens the week before called out Rollins and wanted a match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Rollins came out afterwards this week and pretty much said, it's perfect that it's going to be in the PC because, Kevin Owens said it was perfect in the PSC because he pretty much built the PNC and he was one of those guys that started in the PNC to where he is now. And Rollins he countered part of that and saying that if it wasn't for Seth Rollins, there would be no PC, there would be no NXT. Ultimately, there would be no Kevin Owens. And he pretty much just killed KO in that promo, saying that, he has no chance at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins had WrestleMania moment after WrestleMania moment. Obviously with cashing in his Money in the Bank, defeating Triple H, defeating Brock Lesnar, and so on and so forth. Kevin Owens hasn't had that true WrestleMania moment. He was a part of, his first WrestleMania was 32 in a Money in the Bank match, which he lost. 33, he won, but I think he won. I think he beat Jericho. But it wasn't as of a big moment of Seth Rollins. But that's a match that I'm very looking forward to. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. Just to kill more time, WWE show 2018 WrestleMania 34's Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, which was a great match. One of my favorite matches on that card. Then in the main event slot, Randy Orton had one of the best promos that he had for in a minute. Just expressing himself that, Ed said he doesn't have grit. He doesn't have half pretty much the balls to face Edge. Edge, called him out and won in the match at WrestleMania in the last man standing match. And ultimately, Randy accepted and saying that he doesn't have grit. Saying that questioning Edge on why he doesn't have grit. He has more grit than Edge can ever have, just within different perspectives of both men. So it will be interesting, and that's another match that I'm looking forward to, Edge and Orton. So moving along with NXT, Keith Lee, Damian Priest, and Dominik Dijakovic had a promo said just all three men just poised to claim the NXT North American title that Lee has. Priest attacking Lee the week before, and Lee turns around and he thinks it was Dijakovic, so he attacked Dijakovic, but it was actually Priest. So I see obviously a triple threat coming in all three men's way, so it will be interesting to see how far along they go with that. Tyler Breeze had a match against Austin Theory. This was a pretty good match, just to show who and what Austin Theory is made of. But obviously, Tyler Breeze got the upper hand. Theory was posing and with Tyler Breeze's camera with his phone, and Tyler Breeze countered and did his finisher and got the win. Adam Cole was pretty much bigging up himself, saying that Adam Cole is the greatest because he's the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. Outreigning Shinsuke Nakamura, outreigning Samoa Joe, outreigning Kevin Owens, Finn Balor's of the world, and saying that he was the first winner of the World's Games match. He was the first ever NXT North American champion that Keith Lee currently has. So he was just pretty much saying that he's the greatest thing that to ever happen with NXT. Then the main event slot, it was Ciampa Gargano with Triple H segment. Pretty much saying that, this rivalry needs to end. And you know, and Triple H was just in the middle of that. And towards the end, we had the weird mini package, you know, signaling that somebody's returning or making their debut soon. So I have no idea who it is. I have no idea of who or what it is. So it'll be interesting to see who it is, obviously, and what they want, obviously. But moving forward to SmackDown, it was a fatal 5-way standoff between the champion Bayley, Banks, Tamina, Naomi, and Lacey Evans. Tamina comes out. First of all, I'm happy for Tamina. Like, I've always been a fan of Tamina, and I'm just glad that she had a spotlight in this match, in this segment. Tamina just simply came out, you know, actions speak louder than words, and just headbutted Naomi and Superkick Evans, and the heels, Bayley and Sasha, just left the ring. Gulak defeated Shinsuke Nakamura by a roll-up, allowing Daniel Bryan to get an Intercontinental Championship shot opportunity against the champion Sami Zayn. Alexa Bliss had a match against Asuka, which was a good match, which Bliss won with a DDT on Asuka, furthering the opportunity for Bliss and Nikki Cross to get a women's tag team title shot at WrestleMania, possibly against the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane. Dolph Ziggler finally challenged Otis at WrestleMania. Throughout this whole crazy rivalry between him, Otis, and Mandy Rose, the Usos had a match against the New Day to see which team would face the champions Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania. This was a good match, solid match. Obviously, it was the Usos and New Day. They always deliver. Miz and Morrison was at ringside at commentary, just talking stuff about them, both teams, that they both don't deserve the opportunity to face the champions. And Miz and Morrison then beat down both teams once they got outside. And Miz and Morrison then found out by Michael Cole that they will be defending their titles against both teams in a triple threat tag team ladder match at WrestleMania, which I pretty much saw coming. At the end, it was a Firefly Funhouse segment with Bray Wyatt. Bray ultimately challenging John Cena to a Firefly Funhouse match. All these crazy stipulations. You got the Boneyard match, you got the Firefly Funhouse match. I'm gonna be honest, like, WrestleMania is gonna be weird, super weird, obviously with the crowd and not being there, obviously with this pandemic. And yeah, it would just be interesting to see where this goes, where all these matches go, what matches would go on what night, because WrestleMania is 2 nights, April 4th and April 5th. It's that Saturday and that Sunday. So WrestleMania is next Saturday, and so we'll see what happens, and I will do my WrestleMania prediction videos, possibly next Thursday and next Friday. So look out for that. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Just to let you know when I post my videos. And until next time, yes sir.